Lagina almost suffered a myocardial infarction after discovering something horrifying while excavating in Smith's Cove. What could be concealed beneath the Smith's Cove surface? His discovery is so out of the ordinary that it completely alters the situation. Although the group approached the ancient Smith's Cove in quest of new information, their hopes were ultimately dashed. For an extended period of time, individuals have endeavored to discern the mechanisms at work within. The preliminary investigations conducted by Dan Blankenship yielded valuable information for the team. They focused their attention on a particular region in close proximity to the enormous cofferdam, postulating that an unusual U-shaped formation could be concealed there. They held the belief that they could discover the resolutions to their challenges within this edifice. They claimed that by excavating a concealed U-shaped structure at this location, long-guarded secrets of the site could be revealed. What manner of enigmas reside within Smith's Cove? Are you aware of anything more advantageous than the U-shaped structure? The astounding discoveries that were discovered. This will undoubtedly generate numerous inquiries within your mind. Let us examine. These discoveries did not manifest concurrently. They began to appear one by one, and the situation evolved into an exhilarating adventure. Gary contributed significantly to the search due to his expertise with a metal detector. He combed through garbage cans in search of valuable items to salvage. However, his metal detector quickly generated a shivering sound that penetrated the airiness of all present. A shimmering object, potentially a gold coin, was identified. Despite the fact that it could have been the initial artifact discovered in Smith's Cove, further examination was required to ascertain its actual composition. As they further investigated the discovery, they came to the realization that it held considerable importance. Additionally, the object lacked any machining along its edges. Given the discovery of the initial money grave on Oak Island in 1795, this indication indicated that its construction most likely predated that year. The discovery generated curiosity on account of the possible worth of the object as a prized historical artifact. This extraordinary discovery rekindled the group's spirits, and they resolved to continue their excavations in the pursuit of uncovering further valuable antiquities. As they reflected on the daring disposition of miner Dan Blankenship, who had first explored this region in 1971, melancholy descended upon them. They held the hope that by disclosing their discoveries to Dan, they might be able to contribute to the resolution of certain enigmatic enigmas that had endured for centuries on Oak Island. Regardless, the group continued to excavate, cognizant of the fact that each discovery contributed to their deeper comprehension of Oak Island. When maintaining the confidentiality of a highly valuable information, these theories become inherently more credible. While cognizant of the seriousness of their undertaking, they remained certain that the answers they sought were situated beneath their feet. Will the group surrender? As they progressed in their pursuit, they reflected on the historical significance of Oak Island, a location that had enticed countless treasure hunters for its incomprehensible riches and centuries-old enigma. They were ecstatic to further the legacy and influence the world in this manner. Although the laborious excavation team at Smith's Cove encountered challenges along the way, they maintained their determination because they were certain that the solutions they were seeking were concealed within. Smith's Cove, a picturesque community situated along the awe-inspiring Annapolis Basin, derived its name from the benevolent British soldier Joseph Smith. Notwithstanding the promising leads that have been discovered, researchers agree that a substantial amount of further investigation is necessary. People will perpetually be captivated by Oak Island's enigma due to its complexity and allure. Sincerely, I am more optimistic than ever before regarding this circumstance. Since we can unequivocally establish the existence of gold beneath, it is impossible to assert that our endeavors were in vain. Explorers and scholars have been drawn to Smith's Cove, similar to Oak Island in the past, in search of undiscovered treasure and the resolution to enduring enigmas. Various excavations and investigations have been undertaken as a consequence, generating an extensive assortment of artifacts. What additional findings were made in Smith's Cove? You will not believe what they discovered in the deepest strata beneath Smith's Cove. They unearthed several significant artifacts, with box drains, also known as finger drains, being the most notable. Utilizing coconut fiber drains and pebbles, channels were fashioned to travel from the shore to the money pit area. Assumptions are that the drains are an element of a broader scheme to obscure the plunder. The wealth would be safeguarded by seawater inundating the sewers should anyone attempt to excavate it. Demonstrates that it is conceivable that it was performed for the first time, since the perpetrator would have taken care to remove any traces of their work. The unearthing of these box drains has prompted skepticism regarding the actual worth of the wealth that was purportedly interred on Oak Island. Evidently, they regarded the treasure as highly valuable when they excavated these tunnels several centuries ago. After this discovery has prompted conjecture regarding its worth, individuals are now pondering the extent to which Oak Island may contain additional valuables. That is indeed thrilling. However, what do these discoveries indicate? Anticipation and tension increase as the crew uncovers additional information. They are anxious to discover the truth regarding Oak Island. They contemplate the possibility that they will never discover solutions to every conundrum. They contemplate the numerous individuals who have preceded them in their endeavor to uncover the solution to the age-old enigma surrounding the renowned concealed treasure of Oak Island. The group possesses a comprehensive understanding of the illustrious past to which they have been extended an invitation. They acquire assurance with each additional revelation that they are approaching the pinnacle of innovation. They are prepared to undertake any necessary measures in order to uncover the truth. Despite their positive outlook on their excavation at Smith's Cove, they remain cognizant of the fact that their expedition remains unfinished and that the enigmatic nature of Oak Island will persistently present obstacles for the foreseeable future. An archaeological team discovered a wooden U-shaped edifice at Smith's Cove, which had been partially submerged in the dunes. Scientists are divided as to whether it functioned as a mooring facility during the war or as part of the flood tunnel system. We cannot afford for a significant disruption to occur in a field that we presently find fascinating and thought-provoking. Therefore, they must proceed with extreme caution, discipline, and methodical progression. Metal artifacts, pottery fragments, and coins were among the numerous intriguing artifacts that were discovered in Smith's Cove. The abundance of these artifacts indicates that visitors from different eras and locations were present. Based on specific hypotheses, pirates and sailors might have concealed valuables on Oak Island. Smith's Cove is not only of interest to treasure hunters, authorities are also investigating it to gain a better understanding of the island. The water supply to the money pit has been severed, designating this region as a component of the flood tunnel system. What then is the significant development? A complex system of caverns, seemingly constructed from coconut fiber and pebbles, was unearthed. These passageways might have been an ingenious scheme to conceal valuables. Widespread belief held that pirates and mariners frequented Oak Island in search of treasure troves. Notwithstanding the challenges they have confronted, the crew remains resolute in their pursuit of resolutions. Archaeological findings such as human bones, coconut fiber, and antiquated paper further elucidate the enigma surrounding Oak Island. The trio stumbled upon a piece of ammunition known as grape shot. Grape shot was essentially a cluster of small, round iron balls fired from ship cannons. The fact that they found this on the island was incredibly intriguing. It hinted at a historical connection to maritime activity, possibly even battles or hidden caches of valuables. And the surprises didn't end there. They also discovered another small coin, likely from the 17th century, which was consistent with previous coin findings on the island. Each of these artifacts contributed an additional stratum to the expanding enigma of Oak Island. However, the 16th episode of Season 5, entitled Seeing Red, featuring the Garnet Pendant, was a game-changer that kept viewers on the edge of their seats. Lagina and Gary Drayton made the decision to revisit the location where they had previously unearthed a decorative keyhole. Unbeknownst to them at the time, their return journey would undoubtedly unearth an even more valuable artifact. The investigation commenced with the discovery of a military button from the 17th century, which bore resemblance to the button they encountered in Episode 2 of Season 2. However, the situation became truly thrilling when they unearthed a brooch and what at first appeared to be a multifaceted ruby. In the Season 5 finale, the stakes were abruptly elevated to an entirely new level when the possibility of discovering a precious gemstone on Oak Island kept viewers on the edge of their seats. Incredible discoveries. Gary Drayton had this jewelry examined by a gemologist, and the revelation was nothing short of astounding. What they had mistaken for a ruby was, in fact, a hand-cut Raleigh garnet set in silver. What was even more astounding was that the estimated date of this gem was the 1500s or 1600s. This semi-precious gemstone was not only a valuable discovery, but the most valuable treasure the Lagena team possessed. Following that, which was previously unearthed, the gold-plated brooch was featured in Season 6, specifically in the premiere episode. The discovery in Rick's Big Bang Theory was a genuine game-changer, and it filled the audience with anticipation. Gary Drayton and Rick Lagena are on Oak Island near the residence of Daniel McGinnis, one of the earliest treasure hunters from the 1700s. Using his dependable metal detector, Gary Drayton receives a promising signal. As their anticipation grows, they begin digging, and lo and behold, a jeweled brooch. This was their second such find, following a garnet brooch they discovered in the previous season. Seeing red, the excitement continued in the 6th episode of the following. According to Luth and Brain, the brooch's threaded technique estimated its age to be no later than the 14th century, notwithstanding the glass gem. It was a remarkable jewelry item with a lengthy and enigmatic past. However, the real revelation came when Dr. Krista Bro and Dr. Xiang Yang, employing an electron microscope, identified a gold component within the brooch. This revelation was a genuine epiphany, whereas the gem itself may have been a little bit disappointing. The brooch that was encircling it was discovered to be an authentic treasure of Oak Island artifact. Next on the list is the hand-painted pottery featured in episode 14 of season 8, titled Fire in the Hole. This particular discovery captivated viewers intently as it offered a glimpse into the enigmatic workings of Oak Island. To provide a brief synopsis, archaeologists Miriam Amiro and Dr. Aaron Taylor embark on an expedition to decipher the parameters of a stone pathway that potentially holds the key to unlocking the island's secrets. As their investigation progresses, they fortuitously encounter a remarkable handcrafted artifact. Upon further inspection, they discover pottery fragments adorned with vibrantly colored designs, painted by hand in red, blue, and green hues. These exquisite fragments provide insight into a long history of human activity on Oak Island, a mysterious location shrouded in mystery for centuries. What makes the discovery of these colorful pottery pieces along the stone pathway that the team is laboriously attempting to investigate even more intriguing is that they were not found as isolated finds. Rather, they were discovered while following a breadcrumb trail of hints. Lastly, gold was unearthed in episode 2 of season 9, titled The Gold Medal of the Curse of Oak Island. This find captivated Oak Island enthusiasts. The Oak Island team laboriously sorts through the spoils unearthed from tedious holes in the money pit area. It's a laborious process, but they eventually come across a piece of metal that could be precisely what they've been seeking all these years. They transport this metal specimen to an archaeology laboratory. The most intriguing aspect of this metal fragment, which is composed of numerous elements, is that approximately 0.07% of it registers as AU, the chemical symbol for gold. This is a game changer. Gold has been a long-standing enigma surrounding Oak Island. Presently, archaeologists are discovering indications of this precious metal in the very soil they've been excavating. However, the intrigue does not cease there. Just 2 episodes later, in episode 4 of season 9, they make another metallic discovery. This time, it is only a stone's throw from where they discovered the first trace of gold. The results of their rigorous examination of this new source of metal are even more astounding. It contains 0.2% gold, a significantly higher percentage than the previous find. This revelation represents a major breakthrough, as trace amounts of gold are now confirmed on Oak Island. From traces of gold to ancient coins and a possible connection to the Knights Templar, these were some of the most shocking moments of Oak Island brothers. With each discovery, we were reminded that this treasure hunt is far from over, and the mysteries of Oak Island remain as enthralling as ever, including the area's possible link to a money pit. I had a good sense about this lot, especially since there are so many flags to pursue. Are you prepared to get your teeth stuck in? Then we should proceed.